Oh, I was gonna take meds. Whoops. Hey, Joe. I mind you. Was there cross keys ladder? I felt like Kabuki dropping and pinged, and the only response I got was Gil. So maybe a preview of next week? Ow. Like, we are racing Gil, Fib, and James next week. So I have to assume there's a good chance that Gil is one of their racers, and so... And the other one's probably Fib, so... So this could be the race that I have next week. I don't know who I'm going to race against, but... Could be this Gylgamesh guy. I figure tonight I'll probably do a spoiler, because spoiler... My league race is tomorrow, technically. I'm not counting myself out. I know it's unlikely to win, but I'm not counting myself out. I know the odds. But, like, I trust Leo completely on the routing side of things. You know? She and I have a good system for everything, and if I execute and, like... like, it's gonna take something. Like, I know I'm a minute plus slower than Gamma in spoiler. Like, I know he out-executes me. But if somehow, between a combination of, like, Specs misrouting, Gamma dying somewhere, like just some combination of something gives a chance. Like, if I can keep it close and to give us a window to put the pressure on Gamma, like, there's a world where it happens. It's rare, because it's spoiler, and he's just that good at spoiler. Like, and I'd expect him and Specs are going to have a great run. But it's not impossible. Hello, Gray. 509. 510. But, like, I've made it very clear what the name of the game is for that race. Like, it's... or what the great difficulty is in it. So... Oops. I didn't mean to kill you. But, like, we ran a practice last night, and it was... It was practice async 1 last night. Leo and I ran it, and we were, like, a minute behind first place. And, like, Gamma being piloted by Gil was only, like, 10 seconds ahead of me. And I know, like, Specs versus Gil is a different story, but, like, still, that's not a bad run. And just, like, puts it into context, like, you know, there is a world. It's just not an easy one. Good job, Jess. You threw away your bomb. Only to get the 10 bomb! Yay! Luck sack! Yep, I earned that one. I will say we're in a bit of a pickle with which way we want to route this. Because, like, part of me wants to do Damn to Agina, but the fact that we got a small key and the big key makes me wonder if Desert is something I'll have to dip. But at the same, by the same point, it's like, do I want to go towards Zora and Mini Moldorm Cave and Ice Rod Cave when I lack the money for Zora yet? Like, it's a question of which one do I want to risk. Yeah, happy Monday, everybody. Thanks for coming. We'll do this, then we'll place something on Xbox. I'm not sure what yet. I hadn't done gems yet today. I'm kind of been saving gems for later today. My card shop, we took some massive steps today. I hired 2 new employees to handle restocking. Every little bit, I have to do less and less to play the game. That's a medallion. I had an idea of how I wanted to do like a stock room in my shop, and I was able to finally kind of implement it this afternoon. Nice 300. We'll do 20 rupee cave and get the rest of the way to our Zora money. That's enough. We're good. We just want Zora money. I'll get more money later. See? We got more money later. Now I should be fine for, like, Dig Game or playing Arrow Game or something, so we're fine. I don't know why we set it for Fake Flipper. I don't need to set it for Fake Flipper. Isn't it great? I've got no items. All I've gotten so far is footwear, handwear, and a sword. And a lot of keys. If you missed stream yesterday, we did play Under the Island. A Zelda-like. Pretty cool. Was enjoyable. Do recommend. Eastern it is. Or Saha. We messed up a spin speed. TR is green. Yeah. As we get the Ice Rod. Yeah, we actually did no Zelda yesterday. We did Under the Island and TCG Shop. A gold bee's good. We will sell that. Lots of keys. Not a lot of items. If it's not this, it's Sick Kid. Or it could be first chest to Aga Tower, I guess? Gross. I guess a little bit of Aga Tower first. Like, I don't want to rush into Sick Kid when, at this point, there's just not a lot I have available. Cool. I think Eastern Saha was still the better play to start, but I like it. It's a good result. Thank heart. We're gonna go up to Catfish and Pyramid. I hope I didn't roll a glitch seed. That'd be hilarious. And I'd have questions because, you know, I used the bot to roll the seed. Mitts! Let's go middies. Hey, look, that book. Mind him, you might have been right. Maybe desert is the answer. Three pod smalls. Hey, Joe. How you feeling today? How was party and everything and trip? Ugh. That's not fair. That doesn't sound fun. We're gonna get Graveyard here. Graveyard would be totally isolated if I don't. We do not need maps. Yeah, I hit a promo yesterday. Dividing between games. My time. I think it was. It was Under the Island. That Zelda-like game. The world's opened up in it quite a bit, so, and already a bunch of help. Very quickly, we grew to like 7 hearts from the initial 3. I didn't feel like I had to put in much work for them. We got out just in time! Woo! I'll say it was better than Bread and Fred was, unfortunately. But I feel like that has more to do with just the fact that the context for me being able to play Bread and Fred was not going to be as great. Yep. But we're finishing up TCG, hopefully soon-ish. I think we're less than 10 achievements left, but we still have a lot of, like, grindy stuff to do. I think we've got it mostly down to, like, roughly automation level for a lot of the stuff. So that's always good. Do I want to dip desert? Do I want to dip swamp? Odds also looking interesting on 4 keys. That Quake medallion's first priority. I want that medallion. That's not the reason why I thought this was going to be the play, so... A small key is a good thing. A Meyer Small is not necessarily a good one, though. It was the big chest that was kind of the big one. I was like, clearly that big chest could be something, giving me the big key in the book so early. And the fact that it paid out with Flute is perfect. Joe, did you DM me? Okay. I'm guessing you want me to take a look at the list or something. And all that. Okay. Do you need me to fill anything in, or is it just double check? You did a new thing. Ooh, okay. Okay. Then I will give it a look and see that it's all good. I should have time tonight. Wake. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, I've got a lesson to teach tonight, and then I want to do a pie spoi practice with Leo for tomorrow. But it shouldn't be a problem for timing. We're gonna buy a potion just in case. But there is a world I try to do Spike Cave. Yeah. I'm good. Just doing 50 things at once is normal, right? Want to do everything and anything and don't have time for all of it. Ow. Ooh, a bow. And a small key. What do you got a small key for, game? By the way, what's the plan for this week? Are we doing Saturday? Or are we doing a different thing also? Desert small, okay. Saturday, you're out. Okay. Oh, right. That's right. We were gonna do Saturday, but you... Yeah. Yep. Well, this week is break week. In terms of the university. So, class stuff I won't have to teach this week. Tomorrow I still have lessons, so that's definitely out. And the hours are a little weird because, of course, you know, you and I are still an extra hour closer. Yes. Bombos. No, races this week. I'm racing tomorrow night at 10 p.m. We got matched up with a team with a bit of a later schedule this one. So yeah, I've got tomorrow night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And then Kays is racing like Thursday at 11:30 Eastern. And it's pilot spoiler week, so Leo's in both races. Thus, Kazin and I can't read. The spoiler log, Kazin and I are slow at reading them. Leo's much better at it. So it's just that we can't read. Swamp Small's good. Even better. It's more in good fun, but we just say that we can't read. What happens is that Kazin and I, we run this week, and Leo gets a spoiler log and helps us route through the seed fast. But Kazin and I, when it comes to reading a spoiler log, are kind of incompetent. I can do it when it's solo spoiler, because like I can plot a route in 15 minutes and be good. Like, I can do that. I can't pilot while somebody else is running and be smart. Or I haven't put the time in to learn how to do it well, and Leo's good at it. Ugh. Maybe someday I'll learn how, but I haven't had a need to. When you have somebody on your team who's good at piloting, you let them pilot. Yeah, that'll be the route. Plus, it counts for 2 of Leo's races for the season that she needs. The way it works is every person must participate in at least 5 races. Homework? What? Oh, so like over the 7 weeks of the season, every person has to be in at least 5 races. Otherwise, we lose points. For every race you're below 5, or a person is below 5, then your team loses points off of their total. As it stands right now, I'm at 3 through 2 weeks. Leo's at 1, Case is at 2. This week, Leo will pick up 2. And Kaze and I will each pick up 1. Leo's not much of an inverted player, so she had off last week. Do you get off the spikes? So, you know, play to people's strengths. So she'll take off she took off last week. This week she's doing double pilot duty. Next week is this mode. And Kaze and I have kind of been working our butts off at this mode to get really, really good at it. And so we'll probably both race next week. And then it's cross keys week, and Kaze will not play cross keys. Yeah, it's Cabookeydrop next week. But for cross keys week, Kazen won't play cross keys. So, what? Cabookeydrop? Casual boots, all dungeons, key sanity, with enemies and pots shuffled. Or enemy and pot drops shuffled. So enemies and pot keys are not where they're supposed to be. Where are you? Yes. We need 4 of those keys. It's quite possibly my favorite mode this season, so... Gylgamesh. Pendant Swamp. Good, I did need a second one of those. I'll take a third GT. Like, I would like 6 of those usually if I'm gonna have to clear any of GT. Because there's 8 in total. CT2, still 2 more of those to find. I'm hoping to get, like, Pod Big or Eastern Big before I have to go over there. Eastern 2 is helpful, but not enough to be like, oh, I want to go back to Eastern. Like, I want the Eastern Big before I go back to Eastern Palace at this point. Smart and efficient. Maximizing what you can beat when you go in. I mean, isn't it always on some level? I mean, there's always an element of luck. Like, to kind of explain it, like, Swamp Palace has 6 small keys that we just did. We beat it on 4. Technically, killing Argus and some of those checks that I did required 5 or 6 keys. Ow. So yeah, like, knowing when you can beat those dungeons, though, and, like, maybe hitting something a little earlier, like, doing swamp on 4 keys. Skipped doors. Like, one thing I did was I did a glitch to skip a key door. Another was I did a... At one junction, there's like 2 different doors you can do, and I did the one that led to the boss instead of the other items. So like the one rail clip bomb thing that I did skips a key door called a specky clip, so I don't need a key there. And then instead of doing left side swamp, I did the back, so that saved me 2 keys and gave me enough to beat Argus. Now, like, Desert has 4 small keys, and we did it on 3. Right side Desert has a key door for a couple of chests. Seriously, I have messed that up twice in a row now. So, like, it's a question of, like, what you're willing to risk. So, like, I'm willing to risk right now that right side Desert's nothing, that left side Swamp is nothing. On the other side, what I'm saying is that I'm in Ice Palace right now, and I have small keys to beat the dungeon. I don't have a big key to put it in Logic. Like, technically, this... Gah! Technically, Cold Stare logically requires the big key. Or, yeah, Cold Stare requires the big key. I don't have it. But because I did that bomb jump right there, it allows me to skip the required big key to beat the dungeon. And what I'm saying is I'm willing to do that instead of dipping Pod or Mire. Because, like, I have access to Pod and Mire, but I'd rather not go into there without a big key right now, because I can't beat those bosses. Like, Mire and Pod, the boss is actually very specifically locked behind a big key door, so you can't, like, glitch your way in. There's a couple of dungeons in this game that are actually unique in that they don't have a big key locking them. So, like, Swamp is one of them. Hilarious! Your favorite locational cache. Oh my god. Your favorite location for that item. The red cane is an item that is like, it's the glitch stick. There's a very nice way to beat this dungeon that's quicker with that item. And because it was locked behind Icebreaker, or it was in the Icebreaker chest, we could not do an Icebreaker. I don't know why I did this, because this isn't actually going to be more efficient. Ooh, Desert 4. Yeah, what Olcash said. There's a glitch I do like every time when I have it. Well, it's one of those things is like some people delay this dungeon because they don't want to do it without. But yeah, so like you see that door right there. There's the big key door. By doing the bomb jump, we're actually able to get to Cold Stare without the big key. So, like, it is a glitch. The game would have expected me to have the big key to kill Cold. And the randomizer does as well. But in terms of Cabookeydrop, like, this is where the question of, like, how smart you are really matters. And what risks you're willing to take. So, like, we're running out of good checks. Good job, Gylgamesh. Respect. Now you understand what it means. Do you dislike the glitches still? Like, I think we go to Pod after this just because it's my best play. Maybe we dip Meyer instead. Meyer on 4 smalls is probably a good one. Meyer on 5 smalls is even better. Oh, I don't glitch that bad. Come on. I don't know those glitches. If I can get one of the big keys here, it'll be a really... Ooh, what are you? Odd 6, okay. So, like, here's the first real decision I've had to make, Joe, because, like, in this case, I don't have a dungeon I can beat. So it's kind of a little bit of a guess of, like, what do I think is the best play? And I could get burned. I mean, I could have already gotten burned, let's be real. I beat Swamp without Swamp's 5. I beat Ice without the big key. Like, big chest of Ice, left side Swamp could be very important. I don't know. But I'm willing to make those gambles. This is more of a... There's a chance this is right or wrong. And the fact that I got Pod 6 in here pretty easily tells me there's a good chance that Pod is just the answer right now. Not helpful. Not helpful. Definitely not. One more check. And then we're out of here. I can route pod nicely with what I got, but that's about it. Two delayed pieces of information, a shovel and a mushroom, both in mire. Interesting. GT4, meh. Opens a little bit routing-wise, but nothing, like, seriously good. And we're still not even close to being into GT. Off the pod. It's really the only play I've got. Or the only reasonable play I've got. But yeah, super late races this week. Well, maybe not from me, but others. Bumper ledge was dead. That's not helpful. Eastern big. Cool. Maybe we do just right side pot and then mirror out and beat Eastern. And not do the back of pod, hoping that pod big is just in Eastern. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. I'm going to hope that pod big's just there. If pod big's right here, I'll stay and beat pod. But it's not. Yeah, the more you can minimize your double dips or return trips to areas, the better. We'll come back for big chess. This is actually more efficient routing-wise. You're a little early, Bombos Medallion. You're like one key too early for me. Like, I think we go back into pod here. And hope maybe TR5 or TR6 is in there. Oops. We're low on arrows, unfortunately. Give me CT4 and I'll beat CT. There's a small key on Lelj. Very important key. Let's get the Hera big chest real quick on our way to TR. I'm surprised that worked. Silvers are nice, but not necessary. Good check, but whatever. I think the amount of time we invested in getting them there is probably less than it would have, or like less than what it'll save later, so it's fine. We could have checked powder before coming up here. That's a mistake. A subtle one. And it's correctable, it just sucks. Okay, you gave me all 3 Thieves Smalls, now give me the Thieves Town Big Key. It's not asking for a lot. Here's the thing, like, we dipped Pod to get the Eastern Big, to get the Bombos to get into here. Like, I don't think there's a world where you don't stick around and do Pod there. And get that Pod Big before, like, dipping the rest of Pod. I don't see it. Fire Big from GT mode? I think that's logically required for some of the clears, but not for... I don't think it changes anything. Gray, I found your shield. I'm like decked out now. Mirror Shield, Gold Swords, Silver Arrows, Red Mail. Whew. How many hearts is enough hearts, Ulkash? Yeah, I doubt that one, buddy. And now we got half magic. I mean, each armor upgrade's practically doubling my health. That counts, right? By the way, so finding that Ice Palace Big Key on Laser Bridge tells me that TR5 is available. Outside of GT. Thieves Big and Pod Big, both being in the front, didn't matter so much logically because the 4 keys we had put those into being a reality. Like, that Thieves Big Key was behind only 3 smalls. Pod Big was behind by like 2. But the Ice Big, which is a required Crystal Dungeon Big Key for the logic, is behind 5. So we should be able to beat TR before GT. Didn't we hit 20 hearts recently, Ulkash? We might have had a race we actually reached 20. That wasn't completionist. Or did I only hit 19? There's TR5. Now we're back in logic. Now we're just looking for a Meyer Big to put us into GT. We're actually 2 from go, I think. No! That's bad. I'm an idiot. If anybody wants to, they can do a Jesse Please. I autopiloted. And forgot to pick up that pot. Oh, shoot. I had to check my VOD and saw that I didn't pick it up. I have to go back for it. Not a huge deal. It's nice to have GT6, but it's not like it changes much. I even said, Gray, I found your shield. Unfortunately, you were working. It was in TR, Gray. It was French vanilla. No, before Laser Bridge. I think it was like Crystal Roller. So it was a gift for Laser Bridge. But yeah, what? Solitaria. Okay. What a surprise. Meyer Big. Huh. Yeah, haven't heard of that one. What keys are left? None of the crystal keys. We're in Logical GT. Well, I will keep an eye out then, Gray. Might not be out to Xbox for a while, so if it comes. Not that I don't have a ton of games already that I need to play. Right? Definitely not me. Ow. Comps are jerks. They're getting in my way. So we got some oddball one-offs, but GT should just have CT4, right? 31 checks. One of them has to be CT4. Thing is, there's that small key on the LJ, and what? There's a decent chance that it's just GT8. I think it has to be GT8 now. No, sorry. I don't think it can be in here. In this room, specifically. Because I'm like 90% sure that Lumberjack is a GT key, and if that's the case, then it can't be... Rando Room. We got a lot of percents here. We've gotten 4 heart pieces since we skipped the one on the Torchel cache. Realistically, like, Mini Helma and Pre-Moldorm all have a chance. I think the only chest that can't be it is Pulse Moldorm. And we could have done Hera Basement, but I wasn't doing it. I mean, the other possibility is that the Lumberjack key is just TR6. We don't know. Great, what do I have left? Oh, you suck! That, I think, means that Lumberjack has to be TR6. Yo, double triple. I mean, Cane of Samaria and Icebreaker chest was already great enough in this seed, right? Yo, Ruby. Thanks for the raid. How's it going? How you feeling? Well, that's good. What were you doing? Oh. What everybody else was doing instead of joining my Cabookeydrop. Yeah, right. I forgot. I pinged for Kabuki and didn't even realize there was a ladder for cross keys. It's taken a little bit for me to really feel comfy with it. Like, my decisions pay out more than they don't. Yeah, 80 KDB was... I enjoyed it. It's one of those modes that, like, just did not go well last season. Or at least for JKLOL, it didn't go well. Yo, thank you for the GG. Only one thing I felt like I really made a mistake on, and that was just because I autopiloted Thieves. I skipped the Thieves pot before blind, and realized it only when I was in pod, beating pod. But other than that, like, that routed really nicely. I don't feel bad about dipping Mire. Like, I don't think we got anything out of that Mire dip that really made a difference. But, like, realistically, everything else felt pretty good this time. Unfortunate that we had to, like, full clear GT. And it was just the last check in GT. Good old validation chest go mode. Ba-da, ba-da, ba-dum, ba-dum. I will be right back. Nah, you're good, Gray. Yeah, Gil had some routing choices, it sounds like. Ended up in pod with not a lot of small keys. He went on 2, and it did not pay out at all. Whereas I went in with 6, and Eastern Big Key was like odd Big Key chest. So like I had 6 and could full clear everything except Helma, and he had to be very selective about his choices, so it really did not help him there. Big benefit for me on that play. Delaying pod as long as I did and being able to get as much other stuff done really did help. 225 out of 249. Let's card shop. What? We're the end of the day, I think, when I stopped. Yeah. So, my card shop. This is all the stuff. Oh God, people, you. Which ones are sold out? Blue and white are practically sold out right now. Where are the dice? Okay. So this is the idea I had, was how to do a stockroom. We got a 2! We got a 1! Okay, where's the new guy? Your job is to help restock shelves. No. Or refill the scents as your secondary job. No. No, Gylgamesh. Okay, so in my graded cards collection... amount. So of this card, I've got a 10. I've got a lot of 10s. A lot of 10s. We've got a lot of 9s. We've got a good number of 8s. There's my 7s. There are my 6s. We got 5s. We've got a... No, that's the wrong 4. I think I've got a 4. There's a 4. I need a 3. I think that's the last version I need is a 3. Because there's a 2. And there's a 1. So I need just one more of that stupid card to be graded at a different level than I've got. You need a whole set of cards. Or you need, like, a card graded from 1 to 10. I have it graded from only 1 missing. Wrong. I see the red exclamation point, and I'm just like, no, no, no. I'll be right with you. What do you want? Fine. I'll buy it. I will say, Gylgamesh, if you haven't seen me play this game, it's actually a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it. So I've got 3 people who are doing restocking now. Fair enough. I try not to start multiple sim games at the same time as well. So I've got 6 employees now. Yeah, I'm playing it on Xbox. Hello, Tarkinson. I know it's PC, but like I don't play a lot of PC stuff. I'm more of a console person, so. Let's see, I need 12. I've heard about some of the mods for it. It sounds interesting. Sounds like there's some really cool stuff that people have patched in to make the game even better. Are you going to start using that box to restock cards? You are. Okay, thanks. Great. Yep, awesome. Part of me wishes like there was just a way to be like, these boxes are off limits for stocking shelves. Shop leveled up so we can actually expand again. Because that'll knock this section out. And then I can put in more storage. What are you doing? Okay, you're not my employee. I have a guy who looks just like this dude, who is an employee, and the only reason I can always tell him apart is his pants. My employee has the camo pants. Like, unfortunately, it's a far walk from storage out to the shop floor, but, like... It seems to be working. Plus, it reduces the load on me. I just got a 0-0. Ah! We can try for the exploit. The card has a market value of $0.00. I'm gonna try to sell it for $110,000. Apparently somebody had said there's a glitch that people will buy or will say that's a good price for the card if it's at 0-0. If its market price is 0.0000. So I'm gonna try it. Like, if nobody ever buys it and it doesn't work, so be it. But I'm gonna be silly and we're gonna have fun with it and see what happens. Although, did I sell my super? We did. I had a card out for like 20 grand forever, and I just realized my money jumped from like 20,000 to 40,000. We sold the super expensive grade 10 finally after like days of trying to get that card to sell. Might have been weeks, actually. We'll also continue to try to set up for the legit 100k card, but it's going to require me to get actually like very good rare cards. So we're going to keep on opening these packs in hopes that we get better cards to grade eventually. Um... I think all the employees left for the day. No. My card restocker didn't. But the other stock people did. So let me... For Reno, shop B. Okay. Wait, did you leave? I guess you people did. We can get one more stock, maybe two more? Yep. Okay. In terms of scanner restocking, 4 of those. 1 of those. 1. All good. 1 of those. 1 of those. 1 of those. Okay. Bills, we are paid up. Do I want to unlock any licenses today? For the mats, I've got, what, 5 slots left for mats, so let's see. There are 5 mats left, so I could get all the mats eventually. And I'll order 1 box of this because that's about gone. And sometimes the employees are not quick about hitting new stuff. Like, there's still some overlap weirdness, and that's why I keep on adding employees. Like, I'm trying to make this work out really, really nicely. And it's just taking a little bit of time. But we've mostly got it sorted out. Like, this is a lot less effort than I had to put in before hiring people to do the stocking of stuff. Yeah, we sold the 20 grand card because that's a $37,000 revenue on cards. We wouldn't have had that unless we had definitely sold something like that card. Just put out a bunch of boxes. When the people who do the stocking come in, they'll put them away. Although I'm low on actual money. We'll have to be a little careful. Only 2. An $11,000 pack. How? Just some full art polyfoils. Nothing like too extreme. Not a ghost full out. A ghost foil or something. Not the super rare cards. Yeah, like at the end of the day, we just scan the shelves that don't have 2 boxes on them. I think that'll work, like... And hopefully the employees will restock the shelves. And if they don't, at least, like, I can kind of handle it. I'm trying to boost that guy's stats quickly by giving him bonuses. Probably the next thing to do is add at least a shelf or like 2 shelves here to start stocking new figurines after we maybe finish the playmat collection. And we're going to monitor this card. As long as that market value is at 0, this has a chance to sell at $100,000. But if the market value of that card at grade 1 jumps up to even a cent, we're screwed. And that card will never sell. Where are you going? So what, like after you restock an item, you have to go outside for a quick breather every time? Is this how this works? Restock an item, come outside, realize, oh, there's another item to restock. Boom, back in. Okay. Hey, Lady Marguerite. I'm complaining about the work ethics of the young peoples who work in my card shop. So you watch our friend here. He's going to come back into the storeroom. He's going to put the box down. And then he's going to walk outside. He's going to hit some spawn point out here and go back inside. Yo, Horror, thanks for the raid. How's it going? I mean, it's not a problem. It's just funny how the employees that do that work are programmed. Yeah, it's very in depth what they are, what they do. Hey, sub. How did a stinky person get in? I haven't had a smelly person get into my store in ages. But no, like, it's interesting how the employees work in terms of, like, their routing. And, like, what decisions they make. But today I've hired 3 employees to do stocking the shelves. Like, we finally reached a point in the game where I can actually have these people doing that work, and it makes sense. And that was the one thing we were kind of lacking for a long time. Because we didn't have this. All these shelves of extra inventory where I can have somebody just, like, come in and be like, okay, handle this. So, the woman here, this young guy, and then where's the last one? This guy. I have him stocking shelves and he wears a suit. He's really dedicated to looking nice. But the three of them stock shelves, and like as you can see, like in general, like it's going pretty well. Like most of my shelves are a lot more well stocked during the days. Like it's an expense to have gotten to this point, but it's working. It just took a lot longer than I had planned to be able to do that. So like it's a combination of a few things. Like yesterday we bought the scanner upgrade, and the scanner allows you to kind of see how much you need and just build an order without having to do it so meticulously. And then having a storeroom with enough shelves plus the employees to do the stocking. Like, as you can see, we're up to day 125. So, like, it took a long time for me to get this far. We were not able to do this for over 100 days. Like, it was much more meticulous and manual effort from my part to get to here. And, like, we'll see if, like, maybe I want to hire a fourth employee. Like, right now, it seems the three of them are roughly keeping up. But, like, I still see, like, spots like this with maybe an empty slot. Like, still some empties. Stuff might be, like, a little lower than I'd like on some items and better on others. Like, eh. It's not terrible. It's just, like, you know, how much do I need to go overboard when it seems like they can handle it for the most part and keep the shelves at least stocked? Like, some of these items, like, yikes. And, like, I think I'm only stocking, like, 4 extras in the back room of each of those. So it might not work out super clean if all of it sells out immediately. Okay, so it's 9 p.m. The customers are starting to head out. How is the stock people going to do? He emptied the box she was working on, so she's out of here. That kid put the box back, and he's done. And Suit Guy, I think Suit Guy's gone as well. Looks like all my employees left for the day. How dare they? I paid you for 13 hours of work. And some of you I paid better than others. We look at Go Recruit. If the kid is $50 a day for 13 hours of work, that's really rough. The guy in the suit, he's $300 for 13 hours a day. So he's over 20 bucks an hour for stocking shelves all day. Then my one checkout guy is $400. My guy who stocks my card tables is $400, and then the other guy is $500 a day. We're not necessarily a great boss. Okay, let's see. Scanner. Use a box of that. Box of that. Box of that. Boom. Boom. No. Box of that. Box of that. What else? Yes. 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 Cool. Yep. Yep. I mean, the guy who I'm paying $50 a day, that's kind of sad. Like, he's less than $4 an hour right now. $10,000. What'd you find? A full art? A couple of full arts? Okay. Not bad, but not like, oh my gosh. Did we pay the bills? We did. I swear I see somebody walk by and be like, you're not open yet? Tisk, tisk. It's like, smelly guy, you're not open? Huh. How dare you not be open yet? I know where some of the stuff goes. I did create the system. I just don't know where all of it goes. Like, I don't know where this goes. I have a system in my head, sort of, and some of the stuff I do know. Like, I know the books are here. The yellow playmats. Boom. Oh. think that's it. Nope. Over here? No. Here? No. There? Yep. Good card. It's just less valuable than the card you're trying to get me to sell you. Where's the... Right there is the bat statues. And then one more box of these. Okay. The question is, like, do I hire a fourth person to do stocking? Only 3 more play mats to buy. And then I still need plenty of figurines. Yeah, we won. We won the practice. Thanks. And now I'm being a terrible boss. Later, Joe. Have a good night. Sleep well. Let's see. Still selling at 0. Good. Meh. $7,000 for a box isn't bad. Don't worry, I'm not going to fire you a second time, my suit friend. I'm really giving you a lot of bonuses, hoping that you start going faster. My goal is to get him actually moving a bit quicker on his restock speeds. Because the more stars they get into a category, they actually do start doing their jobs faster. But realistically, we're doing good on sales. Dude just bought over a grand worth of stuff. That box empty? No. Turn on the lights. How much is it going to cost to knock out that last wall section? So level 95 is part of it, but also we'll call it 100 grand. 60, like 90 to $95,000 to knock out the last section of this, of lot B. How about lot A? Do the same, widen the shop again. There's 5 upgrades. 20, 40, 6. It's going to be about 100. We'll call it 115. Ballpark. With daily run costs of about 4 grand and restock, or like inventory costs of anywhere from $5,000 to $10,000 daily, like I probably want to have closer to like 140 in the bank or in the account before making such a large investment just to knock out this wall. Question is, are the cents getting refilled? It looks like it. Like I haven't had a... None of them are empty, so somebody is constantly hitting. Like I've got like 5 people whose secondary job is to make sure that the air fresheners are running. So there's never a moment like nobody is making sure that we're good. Did you take my card machine box? Like, that box mainly for card machine filling. That is not for stocking shelves. That's the whole reason I didn't hire people for a while. I mean, I'm not going to be too broken up about it. It's, you know, it's what needs to get done. It's, like, it's smoother than it was. I don't have to stock shelves as much, and that is a massive time save. And then at the end of the day, I can just come into the back room and be like, where am I lacking? Or do I not have 2 boxes worth of stuff? So, started tomorrow, we'll order $7,000 worth of stuff. So to close out today, go into here, and we'll do this. Order 4 of that. And order that. We'll have to make some money tomorrow in order to do the initial order, or like to do the stocking and the and whatnot, because it's expensive. My daily operating cost is like $4 grand right now. I have heard there's like min-max strategies of like, oh, you know, you just stock the most expensive items and like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I could do that, but I don't know. I like the idea of being able to stock like all the items. I think it's more fun. And we just need to set prices. So we made $26,000 in revenue, but between upgrades and employee costs and rent and supplies, we lost 13 grand. Running a card shop's expensive. Let's open the shop. Dice. I do wish I could be like, prioritize getting the new boxes in before setting out new stuff, but it's not terrible. It's just like a minor inconvenience, if anything. Now, let's be real, we did spend a lot yesterday. Buying licenses is not cheap. But like, what? We have $3,700 right now? And I need $4,300, $4,400 to fully pay out my bills for the day. For employees and rent and utilities. There. We're caught back up. We did it. We should check the card cabinet, make sure I've got ample stock for my card table guy. Because he puts in effort every day getting those card tables stocked. And if I can maybe add another card table, wouldn't be half bad. See if we can set out some expensive cards. Some of my duplicates that are of the hollow full arts. These cards are always super rare and super valuable. And if I can just sell a couple of them. Okay, card cabinet. Oh, he's still got 4,800 cards. Or 480 cards. Not 4,800. He's got plenty of stock to work with. What was my quick fill range? 20 bucks? Like, the fact that this is, like, one of the only spots that's bad right now, like, the figurines are actually looking pretty good. The dice is not bad. The card shelves are really good right now. The bookshelves, like, this is the worst one for the books. But, like, the playmats, I don't think I've seen the playmats look this stocked in a while. Like, it has made such a difference to have a storeroom and 3 employees able to handle it at all times. Honestly, if I wasn't buying these boxes, we would be rolling in much more profit every day. But one box of those is $530. And I'm buying like 8 a day. I'm spending $4 grand on just legendary Destiny packs. How are you only at 2 stars and I've given you like enough money for bonuses to hopefully give you extra stars, buddy? Like, what's she at? She's only at 3 stars. Okay. It might just be a time thing. Like, yeah, he's been doing his job for they've been doing their job for a lot longer, so I guess that's why their stars are so much better. Like, he can work through a line pretty quickly at this point. It's 4:30, so we turn on the lights. Like, as long as I don't look in a spot and see, like, a completely empty shelf, indicating that we completely sold out of spare inventory, that's a decent sign. That I've kept, that my, like, amounts are good. I think what I might do is I might swap these shelves for a different setup. Maybe go with the larger stocking shelf and stock less of the super expensive cards. For the card pack machines. Seriously, can we, like, finish a box before we open a new one? That's a fireable offense, Lakesh. Like, this box has 22 in it. One has, like, 40 in it. One has 50 in it. Nice ghost pack. And she just put back another box with, like, something less than full capacity. 57 packs. Like, why did you open that box specifically? I don't understand. That'd be smart, right? But no, I'll show it to you after we finish the day, because I'm going to do a little bit of a redesign. But the developer definitely thought of doing that kind of thing, or of how the pathing problem works for the employees, or the customers as well, to make sure it doesn't mess up. Actually, I can show it now. So you see this trash can kind of works. So, like, they put space in front of or around things to make sure that people can't just walk wherever they want. Or you can't block paths. So, like, the space in front of shelves, next to tables, around objects, like, they are very meticulous about making sure you can't break those parts too easily. Yeah, I think I'll swap these small shelves out for the tall ones. And then I'll have, like, non-Destiny, Destiny, and then I'll just put in whatever box I feel like and restock. So then I'm not paying for, like, some weird amount of money. How monstrous. You guys almost done? There. I think neither of you are entering the store now, or is one of you going to? No, you're just going to walk by. You came just to play cards today. Okay. Cool. We're down to 6 achievements left. Shop level 100, hired 8 workers, obtained 100 gem mint, 500 gem mint, collected a set from 1 to 10, and sold a graded card worth more than 100 grand. So, we're working on it. Okay, I'm done. Have to get going. I'll see you all probably on Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Thanks for the raids from Horror and Ruby. Thanks, Joe, for the resub. And I'll talk to everybody later. Have a great night. Bye.